Okay. Can breast implants, I don't know who this is from, but can breast implants placed over, presumably you mean over muscle, can breast implants placed over muscle encourage very slightly sagging breasts to sag even more? Okay, so can breast implants encourage sagging breasts to sag even more, or can implants over muscle as opposed to under muscle encourage sagging? So I'll go with both of those actually. First of all, if you've got some droop in your breasts, people often come in, this baffles me every time, they think they're asking for implants because they want an uplift. They say, my breasts are droopy, so can I have implants?
So much.
And I say, but then you'll have larger droopy breasts. And they say, no, why don't you lift them up? And I'll say, well, it will add weight to your breasts. I mean, in the short term, short being a month, maybe 6 months if you're lucky, then you may indeed have implants in a high place and breasts sitting on top of them. But long term, and by long I mean 2 months or 7 or whatever, but not a year or 5 years, they will make your breasts saggier. So yeah, breast implants alone do not lift breasts. A breast lift lifts breast, clues in the title. So if you want to lift your breast, you need an uplift. What about this over-under muscle thing? Okay, the muscle we're talking about is the pec major, and it goes from the shoulder to the side of the breastbone, the sternum, and it inserts into a bit of the rib underneath. And when we're doing it, you can either insert the implant just under the muscle as it sits, which is called subpectoral, under the pectoral muscle, or you can lift this bit off the rib, just leave it attached to the breastbone. It kind of retracts upwards a little bit when it does that, and that's called dual plane, because now the implant is sitting half under muscle and half directly under breast, and that's in two planes simultaneously. It's dual plane. In either case, what you've then got is a breast implant which is sort of being held by a muscle. That muscle is kind of like a tight band. Imagine you've just got this band and you've wedged something underneath it. That's what you're doing with your implant. So that muscle will support the implant from contributing to further sag to an extent. As long as the implant is more or less under that muscle, it does so. You can sometimes get situations where the implant slides out from under the muscle and now it's there and only the very top bit is under the muscle, or nothing at all. In that situation, it's not doing anything. It's not supporting it at all. So yeah, you'll get, while the implant is correctly positioned under muscle, and if the muscle hasn't been released too much, you will have more support of the implant than otherwise, so you'll have a slower progression of breast droop, but it's not zero breast droop. Kathleen?